Hello YouTube. Today we're gonna hop in my hives. We got a lot of rain earlier, but now we're good. Sun's trying to shine. It's around 5. It's not too bad. So I'm gonna hop back in these hives. I'm gonna check on my honey supers, and I'm going to add 3 more honey supers to my 3 hives, just in the hopes that I can get them to draw them out. I'm gonna check the original honey supers and see if I can pull them, and then I'm gonna feed the bees, and hopefully they can draw these other honey supers out in the rest of the summer. If they put whatever they put in them, it'll be for their hive survival the rest of the year. And I also plan on feeding them like Winter Be Kind. I'm gonna make sure these guys, I have plans. I have plans. This is the ventilation side, and I also have some heating options and also some insulation options, as you can see back here. So this was from a previous beekeeper, but I'm thinking, the bees are gonna like this. That should work. I'll jam them on. That should keep the hive pretty warm, I would think. So let's see what we end up with. But without further ado, let's jump in our hives, see what we have, see if I get some honey. It's a very controversial subject. Never take honey off of your bees the first year. If you're planning on feeding them, and I don't know, like, it's not like I'm gonna let them high and dry, I wasn't planning on it, but after I seen what they did in 2 weeks time, I wish I would have just put new beeswax on the entire kit, the whole, both deeps, both supers, everything, and left them go. I think we'd be farther along than what we are right now. I'd probably already have honey, but I didn't. I'm new at this, so any rate, let's see what we have. I'm going to get in my hives. Hopefully the bees aren't too bad. I'm gonna shut up all my lids because I've kept them kind of tilted because I don't have any screen bottoms and they get hot. I ordered some new screen bottoms for my 2 10 frames. They'll be here, I think, as early as tomorrow, maybe. That's gonna change a lot of things. And then I'm going off what the bug farmer did. I'm gonna end up putting some ventilation in one, and I also have a controller. This is my heating. It's a reptile under the tank heating pad. I'm gonna try that this winter. And this is my Inkbird controller. I'm gonna try this. It seemed like it'd be a little less work than what the bug farmer did with his setup. Here's your temperature probe, and you'll put that in probably one of your your bottom deep brew box and get your temperature. And this thing, you plug it in, and then you have a, if you can see that or not, but there's a cooling and a heating port on here. So once you set it up, it's either gonna run power to your heater or run power to your ventilation fans, which are going to suck the air up through the hive. And especially once I get the bottom screen boards on, they're going to stay nice and cool even on the hotter days. And you're thinking, why are you doing all this? Well, I'm not a commercial beekeeper, so I just want my bees to be happy, and I don't want them to die. And I also know that when they're all piled out on the outside of the hive trying to stay cool, they're not doing any work. So they're not making any honey or even brood, whatever, they're just, it's not, I won't say brood, that's basically the queen's job, but they're not, it's not good. So that being said, I can see I'm already 5 minutes into this, and I haven't even got out to the hives yet. So I'm sorry. Just please stay tuned. We're gonna get out there. I'm gonna pull them, see what I have, how much is capped. If I have a bunch of capped honey, I'm gonna bring it off, and I'm gonna put these other supers out there, and I have feeders coming, and I'll start feeding them, and they can have all that. And then as far as hive treatments, that's coming up very soon too. So that's why I'm kind of hoping that they've capped this honey that they've drawn in the last month, because I need to get it off there. And then I'm thinking about going with the acid treatment that you vaporize and you go in the house, instead of going with the like Apogard and the other treatments. I'd rather just go in and like get it done with and be done, and then see where we're at. I'm new at this, so I'm not sure how I want to handle the treatments. I'd rather not do any treatments, but I'm kind of afraid because that doesn't sound very responsible. So I'm just I want to get the honey off and then give them the treatment, and then hopefully they can draw out these combs the rest of the summer. And then next year we'll be that much farther along, because it takes a lot of power for these bees to, energy power or whatever. It takes a lot of that to draw the comb out. And I think I read somewhere it's like is it 10 pounds of honey? 10 or 11 pounds of honey to draw the combs out. For 1 pound of drawn comb, it takes 10 or 11 pounds of honey. It's like, wow. So there's no wonder I'm seeing issues with them fighting to draw the cells out. So, but I have seen a complete turnaround once I re-waxed them. And I re-waxed a bunch of deep frames just this morning with what I had left. That's what's going on here. These were all freshly re-waxed. I don't think I'll need them today. Like I said, they're all deep. They were all deep frames. So we'll see what we have. I'll see you back with the bees. Seems to be a normal sight here. These bees just, the colony's so big that it's bursting at its seams, and when it gets warm, you know, like this one's not doing it, but this one here is. And I have screen bottom boards coming for both these, so that should help. Even though they're sitting on those 2x6s, there are gaps there, and it should allow some ventilation up through there until I get my version of the Bug Farmer ventilation system going. So let's pop these hives loose. I'm gonna see what my honey super looks like, and I'm probably gonna put my entrance reducers on, which seems to be almost an impossible task at this point. But it's basically honey robin season. I need to get these closed up to the point where bees can't get in and out, and then go from there. Okay, welcome back, YouTube. These are some gentle bees. Sorry, I smoked them a little bit, and I'm just seeing where we're at here as far as these new frames, and as far as wax goes. Everybody says go with the outside frame first. That's what we're gonna do. It's looking good. It's looking good in the neighborhood. They're bumping me. I was told once you get in around this time of year, the bees aren't as friendly as what they were all spring and early summer long. So, that being said, man, I gave these guys high praises earlier. Yeah, they're not happy. Don't sting my face. Get away, attack bee. These bees aren't happy at all. So, everything's true that I heard. So, think we're just gonna put an extra super on top of this, let them draw that out. I know these inner frames are really packed, and these frames aren't. There, we're starting to get some weight in this one. There you can see a little bit of cappage. Same way with the next frame here that I'm looking at. This frame, same way, very heavy. A little bit of cappage. They weren't capped at all last time. So we're starting to get it to where we're capped on our honey super. This hive is definitely the #1 hive that I have. Sorry, girl. Oops. Same way here. Beautiful. Beautiful. Huh. I must have moved them the last time. I think that we're just about at the end of our honey flow, so I was always told, do not take honey off of a first year hive. And boy, they really showed me something 2 weeks ago when they started working on that. They started working on this comb. I was really proud of them, but ooh, yeah, this is one of the originals. Now you can see some more capped honey. Next one looks really good too, and this one's heavy, but it's not quite ready in my opinion. So I mean, you could probably put it in a dry room somewhere with a dehydrator. That thing's looking great. I think I'm gonna put this whole super, if I can lift it, my weak butt. They're buzzing me. Look at that, guys. That's beautiful. Okay. I think I have a bee suit on. I'm getting freaking bombed here. I'm gonna put these. You know, it seems like a good frame to put it clean on the edge. It is freaking banging. And then we're gonna move a couple of these over. And then I'll put, this is a very light one. I'll put it in the middle here, well, closer to the middle. And then I'll jam that one down in. I do have ideas to keep this hive cool, and it's going to be courtesy of the bug farmer. So that's still to come. Because I've never used a smoker before. Somewhere along the lines of getting ready for my video and then actually getting ready to make it, apparently I forgot where my smoker was. So, I have a honey super ready to go. I guess I better pop this one off. I know this is not going to be a they're not going to like me for this, but I'm going to go ahead and move this entire honey super off. And I'm going to put this honey super back on. This is the newly waxed one. If you haven't seen my video, that's what this one is. And then I'll put that almost full one clean up on top. Heavy, guys. Heavy. Now, I don't know if I should these bees are just balling. That's not what I meant, but I think I'm going to sit them down here and just with the tiniest of little crack, because I don't want any robbing going on, but I do need a little vent until I get my ventilation system going. But there ain't no bee coming out of that, so I'm gonna put that there. Put this here. And that will work perfect. I don't know if you guys can even see it. Let me pop back here. There you go. You can see what's going on here. I put a very, very, very small crack in here, just enough to let a little bit of air out, but the bees can't get in or out, because before I had it open enough the bees could get in and out, and there was nothing but a bunch of guard bees up here. So I don't want that, but I do want there to be able to get, there needs to be enough to get some air out, because this colony is very hot. So that being said, as much as I'd like to put the entrance reducer in, I don't know. I mean, if I'm gonna put it on for one, I gotta put them on for all, I would assume. Hello, YouTube. Sorry for beating and banging you around, but we are into our swarm box that we got. Not really a swarm box, but this is the hive that used to be a swarm. Does that make sense? It's always awesome. So just leave that there. This particular hive, I'm planning on just, I don't really think I even need this. That was from the previous beekeeper. This is going to be my first shot at seeing exactly what is in this honey super that I put on around 3 weeks ago. This particular hive, of course, this entrance I put on the back side for now. I'm going to switch it back around later, but just curious to see what we got going on here, because that first hive is really banging out the, okay, they're yeah, not doing much. Let's see what we got going on here. Like I said, this was a swarm catch, so I'm not expecting, you know, as much as some of the others, but I am expecting. Okay. They didn't do much with their super at all, so let me know if I should be. They didn't draw it out at all. So this one's definitely not gonna need the second honey super that I just waxed earlier this week. They're not touching this honey super at all, but they look to be pretty thick into this second deep box that we have here. So yeah, this honey super is not doing anything, and I was hoping it would, so I'll just leave it on there hoping that they'll draw it out the rest of this summer. I'm hoping. We'll see what we end up with here. You never know. But they're not working. They're not working it at all. A couple bees on it, but they're not working at all. I'm not so sure they're not stealing this honey for down and below, but let's switch gears here. And I got a lot of bees mad on this other hive because I put their entrance reducer on. I feel we're in that time of year, so I'm going to get that honey super off and just take a gander into the rest of the hive here. It seems to be doing very well in this second deep. You can see an old frame that I got, but it was in the freezer. It has wax moth damage, but let's see what we got here, guys. I'm kind of intrigued. I haven't checked. This one's very, very light. Very light. Now I'm going to pull it. I don't have my normal. Where is my? Let me grab my hive. Over here. There we go. Because this messing around with these hive tools in the traditional way is not the way I like to do it. Nice and drawn out. There's this brood up here. Queenie has brood up here. I need to be careful. Need to be careful. I don't want to roll her. There's eggs. You can see that. Hopefully you can. There's eggs in these frames here. Tiny little specks. They're gonna have to start slowing down though. So at some point I need to make a decision. Do I want to put a queen excluder on? I really didn't mean that to be a smart ass. Didn't mean for that to go that quick. So it didn't. That entire frame is full of brood, and wow, this queen. This is the second brood, guys. The second brood box. Look at that. She ain't joking. She's not joking, guys. She's for real. Not sure where this particular honeybee queen, came from. Or any, I honestly don't remember if I've ever even seen this particular one. So I haven't, but might need a little more smoke. They're getting a little agitated. Holy cow. I know you guys can't see the whole thing there, but I'm resting it so I can try to get a shot at this girl. She ain't screwing her. Look at that. That looks nice. Hell, at this rate, she'll be laying up into the frickin' supers. So she will. Yeah, that's all honey. Nice work, bees. Nice work. Very calm bees. Now there's the first frame that I haven't seen. Oh, never mind. It's just not capped yet. This queen has all kinds of, there's larvae in there. I don't know if 2 deeps is too much. You get the 1 deep and maybe split, but I don't want any more colonies, so it's oh shit. It's kind. Come on, God. What the stop? They're getting antsy. I'm trying, like, apparently smashed one. They're just going nuts. Like, they're not getting out of the way, so sorry. Maybe I get down into the second deep here. I'm getting bumped and my smoker quit working. This smoker sucks. We're back. Had to relight it. They're not happy at all. Second deep, and they are not happy. Haven't even got down to the first one yet. Or I'm not gonna. Because this is not, like I said, we're entering our first, or I shouldn't say our first, but we're entering, oh my goodness, we're entering a dearth right now. And what the holy, this frame is super heavy, guys. It's all honey. This particular frame here weighs like 15 pounds probably. I'm gently gonna put it right down in there. And then, I ain't so sure I don't want to put a frickin' queen excluder, and I only have a 10 frame queen excluder because I don't need her up in this hive, in this other hive. But there's no drawn comb in it, so there's nothing gonna get her up into it. or the other bees. I go putting that queen excluder on here, then they're not even going to go up into that and make comb, I'm afraid. So they won't. They're letting me know they're not happy, I'll tell you that much. So, shoot. Shoot. Decisions. If I had comb up there, I know they would go up in there. Comb and honey and nectar, but there's nothing up there, so here I am facing a dilemma. Do I go ahead and put a queen excluder on here and then put these 2 honey supers on and see what they draw out to the end of summer? Because this is for them. Like, I think I'll overwinter these, but all these colonies in a double deep and see what happens, I guess. So I really don't think that these bees are going to draw this out if I put a honey super on, or a queen excluder. We'll just hope that she doesn't do. We'll just hope she doesn't do that. So, because man, I just can't believe how much honey or how much brood is in that second. Do they need this? Probably not. I'm just gonna hope that they can draw some of this out and it'll give us an advantage for next year. So, sorry if I bumped you guys. I am just going to put a hairline crack, not big enough for a bee to get in, just enough. Sorry, I was right next to you talking into the mic. Just enough to get a little bit of ventilation. Moving over to this is the next hive. I already put the entrance reducer on. They're not too happy with me. So we'll leave this right here. This is hive number 3. This is the nucleus that I got about, I guess it would have been about 3 weeks after I got my package off Mr. House in Carlisle. So let's just keep this show on the road and let's see what we have going on in this particular honey super that I put on with my drawn out comb. I was very tickled with all of the come on girls, I don't know who's buzzing me, but you can go bite it. Alright. I hate this frickin' smoker. Absolutely hate it. I still got, like, the heck you got bees buzzing me. I don't even know why. I guess it's the honey. There is empty frame number 1. Empty frame number. They are working up into it, but all these are empty. Holy cow! There's a little bit of work here in the middles. Yeah, I'm getting my first experience with the summer dirt. That's for sure. They're just starting to work it, so, you know, as much as I hate to do it, I think I'm just gonna feed them. I'm gonna put the other super on this hive as well, and I'm gonna feed the shit out of them. I'm not gonna feed the first hive yet though. And when I say feed them, I'm putting it on a I'm gonna put it on a like internal feeder so the other hives can't get it, because I think I have a honey super there that I'll be able to do in the fall, and I don't want to. Well, here's the problem, because I was thinking about doing a mite treatment on these ladies. Like I said, I'm new to this. I don't know if I should do a mite treatment. Some people go, you know, completely free of. Oh, yeah, hold on. I thought, holy cow, guys, like, this is a big gap. See, yeah, it's a big gap. We're missing a frame. Yeah, I'm a little disappointed that we don't have, perfect. A little disappointed, but hey, you know what? Here's what it is. It is first year. It takes a lot of resources to draw out the. It takes a ton of resources to draw the comb out. So, why I'm hoping the rest of the year that I can at least get some comb drawn out here. That's my goal. So, I'm going to put the other honey super on, and then I guess we'll see where we're at in the spring. Basically, is where I'm at. I'm going to put the other honey super on. I'm going to feed them and see where. Oh, I shouldn't say spring. I'll see where we're at here in the fall. I already put the reducer on here, so that's going to slow things way down. Let me grab my other wax honey super. They went crazy on that big hive when I did the there we go. Same deal with the other one, if you can see it or not. Putting a very, very, very little crack on this side, not big enough for a bee to get out of or in, just enough to let a little bit of air out. And we'll throw the cover on. It looks a little wonky because it's gonna sit crooked. Well, I sit this off. It acts like a roof, kind of. So the water isn't going in the hive. And then, oops, here we go. They'll glue it together. We'll have some mad bees, but this is honey robin season. So, trying to keep everything fair for the big colonies and the small. So, we will just jam this back down. And, you know, I'm not bragging, but I haven't seen a hive super yet, or a hive beetle yet. Now, I'm assuming that's because I'm not from the south. I really don't know. No ants, no nothing. I'm not saying I don't have hive beetles, I can't see them. But I am gonna need to get another sort of strap on this first hive. And that's okay. I hope you guys found this entertaining. I know it definitely didn't go the way I thought it was going to. I thought for sure I was getting some honey off of that first one. I mean, it's there. So I put the other deep on there, and I'm gonna feed the other two because there's nothing in the supers, and I'm just hoping that they start drawing some comb. So I'll have to mess around. I'll have to get suited back up because I have those internal feeders for them that slide in the entrance, and then you put like a bottle in them. I'm gonna try them, I guess, first, and then hopefully these bees figure out that, you know, they're pretty mad at me. If you could see, they're mad. Sorry, I'm trying to get my camera. Anyhow, yeah, they're mad at me because I put the entrance reducer in. I'd love to put it in the other hive, but holy crap, like, I don't know, probably kill them. So they're still, like, these bees, they even figured out that there is a hole there. Now it is a small hole instead of having the whole thing open, but as much as I hate to, like, I'm worried about the hornets because I do live near the mountains. If you take a gander out there, you'll see I live less than a quarter of a mile from the mountains, and I had them just gnawing on a lilac bush that I had over here, so we don't want all that. So as much as I don't want to, I guess before I take my suit off, I'm gonna come over here and I'm gonna attempt to put this entrance reducer on this hive, which is already, it's been bearding every time it's hot. The population's very high. Guess we'll just have to see where we're at here, because they're not gonna like this. I don't know if I can get them to go in or not. They're just not. This frickin' smoker sucks. You see this? That frickin' one I had from 1940 is like way better than this piece of shit. I don't even know, but I'm just trying to get these bees in or something. I'm gonna put the bigger reducer side on for them, so I guess I'll just start sweeping them away and then start pushing it in. And I guess yeah, I'll do it that way. Do that. There we go. It's in the hole. I think they're moving it back out. They're beasts. So at any rate, it's in. I didn't get killed. Thought they'd be a little more mad than that. So spin you around here. You can see my garden. If you want to see it real quick, I have some, I want to say asparagus, but it's not asparagus. I don't even remember what it was. I didn't plant it. Then I have a zucchini. There's a zucchini plant. I have a cucumber here of some sort. I don't remember the make. I have a bunch, like a few other cucumbers right in through here. Here's the swarm trap in case somebody wants to leave and not go real far. Over there, as you can see, I have a bucket swarm trap. There's a cherry tomato, and the rest of this box is all jalapeno. So they are. These are tomatoes, and then this part from here back is bell peppers. And I've showed this before, but this is my bee watering station right here. I use a solar panel, and I just keep it topped off, and I put a little salt in it, and they've been all over it here until recently. We've gotten a bunch of rain, so at any rate, thanks for watching. I'll have to edit this down. It's gonna be like a half an hour long, and you know, ain't nobody got time for that. Keep watching. Stay tuned for the next one. It may be a while. Things are starting to slow down, so keep that in mind. I didn't forget about you. I just don't know what for bee content, other than I'm going to be working on my hive ventilation and heater setup. And I have pieces coming this week, so who knows? Maybe you'll see something in a week or two on that. I got screened bottom boards for my 10 frame hives here, so they really needed that this summer. The poor guy, the poor girls are just hot. So I choked these ones off. I need to find an 8 frame hive reducer. I don't have one. I need to get those girls choked down because they're, well, that, if you've seen the brood pattern in that 8 frame hive, that white one, that queen's no joke. I don't know where that swarm came from. She's impressive so far, so we will just see where this journey rides here. But I'm thinking if I put some feed on these other hives that I can get the comb drawn out. I don't care about honey or anything. I just need the comb drawn out on those other two, on the supers. So I put them on just to see what happens. I'll pull them down in the fall and I'll get them down where they need to be. And I can already tell you, it's July 9th here, and these bees, this was probably the worst they were in general. I didn't do anything really dumb like drop a frame, or there was one point there where I think I crushed one with a frame and they started getting a little crazy there. But just speaking in general, I didn't do anything crazy, and in all the hives, especially the middle one there, they were getting testy there towards the end. So I know I said this twice, but anyhow, stay tuned and we will bring more content when we can. Like, subscribe. See you next time.